All right, so I got this guitar back from my good buddy Tim Walker. Um, the body is actually a body made by Robert Saylor. Put a description in the, excuse me, I'll put a link in the description. He makes bodies. He cuts them from a CNC machine, does very, very little finish or sanding. So it's kind of up to the buyer to sand and finish. So turns out to be really affordable bodies. Not great on customer service, but the body turned out really wonderful. A couple things about this. When I finished the body and then sanded it, first there was a bit of cloudiness in the finish. So I sanded back, and when I sand back, kind of see like right here and here, that I sanded back almost to the bare wood, past the dye and stuff. I was using a really high grit sandpaper. I think it was like 1,000 or 1,200 grit. But it did take enough material off so that it actually did get a couple of spots kind of back almost to the bare wood, and I really like the effect. I really dug that. So that's this. I've got a P90 stacked P90 Seymour Duncan in the bridge, pneumatic style bridge and stop tail, single coil P90 in the neck. This is a, oops, flip this over. This is a solid redwood neck with a redwood fretboard. And then look at this beautiful mahogany back and side. So I was particularly happy with the, whoops, you kind of see the very, very thin kind of natural binding that I try to create here. And it was just elbow grease. I initially dyed it and then just sanded it back till I got to the bare wood. So, all right, let's go ahead and listen to it. All right, so plugging it in for the first time, I'm going through a Tone King Sky King. The guitar is really, really light. It's really nice balanced. It doesn't dive. It's not neck heavy. It's just right. I really love working with Tim. Tim's turns out we're actually pretty good friends, but Tim from Veteran Music Company, I'll put a link in the description. I give him parts and he sends me back with a beautiful guitar. And he does that time and time again. He's built Strats for me, Tellys for me, and now this guitar. The body is called a Combinata. I think that it's from originally from the Novo or Fano guitars. So kind of a single-ish cut. Maybe you could call this a double cut. Really liked the F-hole, and then yeah, it plays just fantastically. So fantastically, it's not a word. Anyway, so that's if you're in the Sonoma County area and you need help with your amp, help with your guitar, got a project, reach out to Tim. He's just the best. And the song I'm doing today is a song called It Never Entered My Mind by Miles Davis. This is covered by a wonderful guitar player, Tim Lurch. I'll put a link to his performance as well. His performance has a link to a lesson you can purchase. So I bought the lesson. It's $10, best $10 I've ever spent. Tim is a really great guitar player. Turns out he's got a bunch of truefire.com courses and stuff as well. I loved how he talked about his approach to this song and stuff, and it really inspired me to learn it. So here it is.